September the 15th, 2025. Guys, this is not going to be a long, drawn-out video, but it's some important footage that we need to pay attention to. Other people have this also. This is a TikTok video. It's not that clear, but the guy in the green, one of Charlie's security guards, has something right there. Right as Charlie is impacted and he falls back to his right, the trigger man pulls the trigger, and if you watch this, you'll see him take it down and put it back, maybe in his pocket or a holster up under his shirt. He does have a backpack on the back, but there it is. You saw that flash, guys. That's the exact angle that I've been saying came from day one. If you remember, I said it came not from the building, but from the opposite side, from someone close to Charlie on the ground to the right of the stage. There he is. Now you got, and the line indicates the path right to where it hit the mic. I don't know if it was the bullet that hit the same place or what happened, or if they're not showing the other side of Charlie, if there was an entrance wound there. I'm still thinking that a microphone magnet did a lot of the damage. Now watch this, guys. The guy in the white shirt, well, here's right there, look under his arm, and as Charlie gets kicked over, he puts it back. Again, I call it ete brute because it looks like what we are seeing here. Now, the guy in the white signals. He makes a signal. Then the guy to his left, and I think in a black shirt, steps up, does a couple of arm movements, and that's the signal. Here, you see this, and what we're not seeing in this angle, where you are seeing it too, the guy in the black, he's going to step in, make a couple of signals. You see that? That's not just a scratch or anything like that. And at that time, when it happened, the guy in the white, once it's clear, he's going to step back out of the line of fire. Watch the guy in the white hat. I think this is the section of that video. Anyway, he's clearing the path. There's his information. Then the guy in the black sees it, makes his move. Watch this. Looks like an umpire, not an umpire, but a catcher calling the shots. Now here's the guy. Watch Charlie. Boom. Puts it back under his arm. It's under his left arm, held in his right hand. As soon as Charlie sets the thing down, boom, he moves. You see that? Looks like a nickel-plated, maybe could be a 9, could be a 45. It's pretty big. But I think it hit that mic magnet. Now, this may seem crazy to some of you guys. I think it hit that mic magnet, and that mic magnet made that extremely large entry wound. And that's why there's no exit wound. And if I'm not mistaken, someone correct me in the comments, they may have almost immediately cremated Charlie's body. Somebody let me know. Then that way there would be no forensics, no autopsy, right? But let me say this. There's been some channels that most of us have considered basically white hat channels. And they're starting to show some of this, and what they're doing is stopping it right at the point before Charlie. They're showing some of the same things here, but every one of them are stopping it before you see the guy in the green shirt move, and they're still going against that anything came from Charlie's right side, which is evident. And they are, anybody says, well, we saw this or that, I've noticed on the supposedly white hat military channels or ex-military channels, they're taking those comments down and blocking people. But they stopped it about right where you see it now. Every one of them has, and they're saying there's no proof, and they're talking about my videos and a few other people's. And I'm not fussing about that. I'm just saying, how big is the operation? How big is the black hat situation? And who is in charge of these security guards? Who do they work for? Someone let me know if you. I have an idea, but I don't want to say it and not know for sure. But if anybody knows for sure, let us know. But guys, it's kind of a big deal. And let me show you something. Now, this is an article this afternoon, guys, from Gateway Pundit, and it says, The X account that predicted Charlie Kirk's assassination a week in advance posted a date for Trump before deleting the account. And this was back on September the 2nd, right? Or excuse me, the 3rd. See that right there? And it says Donald Trump, December 14th. That's all it says, okay? Then it says it'd be funny if someone like Charlie Kirk got shot on September 10th, LMAO. We know what that means. It's demonic, guys. And that's what we're dealing with, these type of people. And what they're trying to do is start a fear factor. In other words, anybody else try to step up like Charlie or like Trump or anybody else that's rising in the party that they think is the opposition party, when it's the party that's actually trying to save the nation. Anybody that's rising up in that, they want to scare us away from participating. That's all they have left. Their protests aren't working. They're running out of money there, but they have groups, guys. And again, with what I was talking about, the people we thought were white hat channels that are turning into black hat channels, how wide does this network go? We know it's democratic, but is other nations involved in the security? And what did Charlie have any conflicts with other nations? And if so, would that be a reason for what happened to him? But again, they're going to try to stir up as much fear as they can. Try to tell you don't talk about this, or tell you on their channel you're completely wrong, or people that aren't even involved in YouTube that are talking about things like this. But anyway, December 14th is Trump's date. As far as I know, there's nothing scheduled, but I don't know what they've got, what they're talking about. I haven't seen anything talked about it, but it's a date to remember, and I'm sure all of this is going straight to Trump's desks. So the precautions will be there. But again, this is a fear factor situation. Only thing they have left now is the attempt to fear. What they don't understand is we are much stronger than them. And when they did this to Charlie, it closed the doors for many of their other atrocities to happen in the future. And it's going to come down on them. When this has been, it was up by Tally Hall album, and that was an older band, and it's been deleted now. I'm sure the CIA, FBI, and all that, Secret Service, know exactly who this person is. But again, in these different departments, we're not sure they're all white hats or not, do we, guys? Anyway, think about what I'm saying. Again, I said day one, first video, the shot came from that side of the stage, and now it looks like that's exactly where it came from. I'm not bragging on being right, but it was obvious because whatever hit Charlie came from his right across his chest and bounced up and hit him in the left part of the neck. Did the bullet strike and just hit the magnet, or impact it right on the side hard enough to spin it that fast, because it looks like the same black magnet moving across Charlie's chest until it hits his neck? Anyway, guys, I'd like to hear what you think, but be careful out there, because things are getting really serious, and the opposition is going to become more and more dangerous. But we cannot back away. That's what they want. They want us to be afraid. It's like being in someone beating you up. I've said this before. And you say, well, if I hit them hard back, they're just going to hit me harder back. Like the politicians not wanting to change rules because the Dems may get in charge next time. Well, that is about as cowardly as you can get. You'd rather take that butt beating instead of, because you fear another butt beating when you should stand up and fight. That's what we're going to do here. And damn the torpedoes, because we're only searching the truth. We're not trying to get anybody in trouble. We're not saying this was anything like Alex Jones got in trouble for. We know who died, and there's no question about that. But what's going on with the security? That's a big question. Anyway, let us know in the comments, guys. It's a heads up. Be safe.